Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set and towing the slab, Ryan Wu.
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
All right, ready to go here. And to the plate for Kansas City, Dairon Blanco. And that's off the inside edge. And we are underway. That to right. And he makes the catch. One up, one down. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Hunter Renfroe.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Michael Garcia batting with one down, takes a strike. Cut on and lifted in the air. Judge getting an angle on it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away.
Batting third, the shortstop, Bobby.
2 down, base is empty. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Wu, 25 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick in 2021. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Swings and misses, struck him out. Middle of the first, no score. Back in the Bronx, and today's starter, Michael Lorenzen.
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub-350 ERA, and guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub-2s, they're dominating, but when you can have that kind of consistency, you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
And that chance handled to first. 1 up, 1 down. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees.
The third baseman.
Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Now it's Jose Ramirez.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
On the ground. Sends it to first. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
Batting third, the left fielder, Juan Soto.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Juan Soto. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Blanco makes the play, and that's the 3rd out. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez.
Salvador Perez.
Wu back to work. And that's outside. And that is ball one. And a swing and a miss.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Just off the outside corner. And the count's even at 2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're back in high 90s, you get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Now it's going to be Vinny Pasquantino. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Next offering upstairs.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Good eye right there.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
That one ripped. This looks like extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a 1-out double for the first hit of the game.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. I'll tell you,
baseman,
when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Jonathan Indy at the plate. Didn't play in the day game yesterday, so he should be fresh for this one. This one in the air. Harper has a beat on it. And there's 2 away.
Batting 7th, the designated hitter, Michael Massey.
So here's the Royals DH, Michael Massey. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Next offering is foul back. Next one misses, and the count 1-2. Runner at second, 2 down. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's a big power threat, Aaron Judge. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting 5th, the first baseman,
Bryce Harper to the plate.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
That's out to center field. Weimer has this one sized up. And there's one away.
Batting sixth, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a base hit. Judge around second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results. First pitch
the
fastball, a
hitter.
great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Zach Neto stepping in now for the Yankees. Lindor the move. This one in the air, center field. Weimer settles under it. Brings it in. Here comes the runner from third. The throw's offline. He's saved. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third,
Batting
less
eighth,
than 2
the
outs.
catcher,
Put the ball in
Austin
play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Wells launched a homer in his most recent game. Austin Wells, the next to hit, takes ball one. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Lindor leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And makes the grab. And that is that. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We played 2 full. Yankees 1 and the Royals nothing. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Hunter Renfroe.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Renfroe with a homer in his last game. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Wells makes the catch, and a quick out, number 1.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Joey.
And now the center
Weimer.
fielder, Joey Weimer. 0 for 6 in the series so far. Swing and a foul, out of play. One out, base is empty. And there's a foul ball. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Just missed. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So the Royals batting order turns over. Tyrone Blanco steps in for the Royals. Pitch misses inside. 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
That one out to right. Judge is there. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Yankees 1 and the Royals nothing. Welcome back.
Leading
Let's
up
take a look
for
at how
the
the series
Yankees,
has played out so
the
far.
center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though. He keeps his composure,
Now
and they get
batting,
the out.
number 17.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter. 0 for 1 so far.
Come on, Kim.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Lorenzen, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. Pasquantino takes it himself, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Jose Ramirez. Grounded out his first time. That one
That's a ball.
missed.
1-0.
That one is absolutely belted. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Around second is Ramirez. The relay, not in time. He's safe.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So a runner at third, 2 outs. And now it's going to be Juan Soto. Ripped on the ground to second. India over to first in time. They get the out on Soto. That ends the frame. 1 left for the Yankees, but they lead it 1-0. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading up
let's
for
check out
Kansas
the
City,
latest news
third
from around the
baseman,
league.
Michael Garcia.
Check swing called strike. And that's strike 1. Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone.
So up next, Bobby Witt Jr. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. First pitch just misses.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And that is out of play.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
This one driven deep center field on its way. Home That's one way to quiet the crowd. His first homer of the year. It's 2-1. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Perez goes 6 feet 3 inches, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Pasquantino at the plate for the second time as he takes ball one. Still only one out here in the inning. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
And next up for the Royals, Jonathan India. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Judge makes the grab, and that is that. 2-run shot for the Royals this inning. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers.
Judge.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot. You know, these Yankees just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like.
High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
Swings and misses. And Judge is down on strikes.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Here comes Bryce Harper. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Just missed.
Let's go, New York.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
And a 4-pitch walk.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches
Now
for the
batting,
walk, and
the
that last one
shortstop,
didn't even
Francisco
threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Lindor.
One down. Francisco Lindor stepping in now for the Yankees. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Just missed. Zach Neto in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Man at first, one away. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to
Now
think about.
batting, the designated hitter.
And next for New York, Zach Neto. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. There's the strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
He's got it. That's out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next
The
pitch.
kicker, number 28.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells. Flied to left his first time. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. That missed by a lot. And the count 1-2. And that one missing inside a sharp slider.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way, gone. His second home run of the series. It's 4-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. Grounded out back to the pitcher his first time. And he chases a high fastball there.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back.
Ball.
2 out, space is empty. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field.
Now batting.
So the batting
number
order
17.
turns over. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter. Has grounded out a couple of times. And that one in the air center field. Weimer makes the grab, and the inning is over. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 4-2. This is MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Coming up, we head to the 5th. Back at Yankee
Leading off for the
Stadium,
Royals,
ready now
the
for the
designated
5th
hitter,
inning. Leading off, Michael Massey.
Massey.
Wu back to work.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Outside with a breaking ball.
Excellent arm action on that two-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
The batter.
Down to Renfroe. First time up was a pop out. And that misses. And that's ball one. Fastball for a strike at 95. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can't forget it. And that should quiet this home crowd. It's 4-3. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Base is empty, one away. Joey Wiemer digs in now. His first at bat was a strikeout. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Just misses, and the count is 1-2. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Blanco.
So the lineup flips over. Now, Dairon Blanco. 0 for 2 in this one. And there's the strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And safe. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals.
Michael Garcia.
That's towards center. And that is that. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And we're back.
Leading
and
up
now it's
for the
switch hitting
Yankees,
third baseman
the third
Jose
baseman,
Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
Line drive. He's got it, and there's one away.
The left fielder, number 22, Juan
Soto
Soto.
now at the plate. Check swing, and he went. It's 0-1.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
The throw to first. They get the out on
Now
Soto.
batting, the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. 1 for 2. Up and
Ball 1.
in, ball 1.
1-0.
And
That's the
another
ball.
ball.
2-0.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Well, he went inside a couple of times and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Here's Harper
Now
now.
batting,
He's
the
0 for
first
1.
baseman, Bryce Harper.
Come on, Harper.
And that misses. Ball 1. And that one upstairs. Judge off of first with 2 away. That misses the zone, and that's ball 3.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base
Now
with a
batting,
quick free pass.
shortstop,
Here comes the
Francisco
skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot.
Now pitching for the
Here's a new
Royals,
pitcher from the pen, John
number
Schreiber.
46,
He last pitched 2 days ago.
John
He did not
Schreiber.
take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Francisco Lindor. Sliced hard but foul. Strike 2. First and second, 2 down. Outside low, 1-2 to count.
1-2.
On the ground to the left. Tosses to first, and that'll do it. Yanks strand a pair, and it remains a 4-3 game.
Leading up for Kansas City, the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
And he takes a strike.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Perez in the box again, takes a strike. The Yankees leading by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th. Right through there for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
0-2 now. Just misses with that one. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Vinny Pasquantino getting ready to hit. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Sets him down on strikes. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. KC down in order. Score holds at 4-3. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Pitch misses there. 1-0. Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Hunter Harvey up and loosening in the pen. Hernandez also throwing.
Let's go, Yankees.
Next offering is fouled back. Chopped left side. Witt whips it to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
The catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Austin Wells. He's already homered in this game. And a big swing and a miss.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Garcia makes the grab, 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, Brenton.
And now the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Foul ball there.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Gets a piece and stays alive.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Next offering down in the dirt. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So the Yanks go in order, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Back in the Bronx, top of inning number 7. Now it's the second baseman, Jonathan India. Looking to get the tying run on base. Line drive, and this might be trouble. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Now we'll see if they can pick up that tying run and start us over here in the late innings.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming.
Now pitching for the
Abner
Yankees,
Uribe gets handed the rock out of the pen.
47.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. So the tying run at second just missed.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Swing and a miss as he was late. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Man at second. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Now it's Hunter Renfroe, and fouled off. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. On the ground, right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not
Up
be the
next for
most
the Royals,
challenging we've
the
seen
center
today,
fielder,
but
Joey
it needed to be made.
Weimer.
That's helping your team.
Joey Weimer steps in for the Royals. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Next offering upstairs. The tying run is 90 feet away.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Off the plate, the count now 2-2. That one just misses.
That's a really good take.
Dairon Blanco in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Got him! Huge strikeout there.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Carlos Hernandez.
Just trying to keep this one close
Number
here, and
43.
this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Back to the top of the
Leading
order
up
now.
for the
Here's the
Yankees,
second baseman.
The second baseman,
0 for 3
number
in this
17.
one. Hernandez, a righty that throws with power. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and occasionally works in a splitter. In the air, left field, down the line. Blanco makes a nice running catch.
You know, those can
Now
be pretty
batting,
fun as an
the
outfielder.
third
Got to
baseman,
put it into his highest gear
Rob
and go a long
Pearson.
way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Hit in the air, left field. Blanco hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
The left fielder, number 22, Juan
2 outs, base is empty.
Soto.
Here's the left fielder, Juan Soto. And that one is inside ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Whoa.
To the right side, and that's just foul. Next pitch, not close, up high. Aaron Judge waiting to hit for the Yankees. And he walked him.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well.
The
I mean,
right
this guy's
fielder,
just
number
capable of
99,
hitting pitches outside of the
Aaron
zone and driving them along.
Judge.
Man at first, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. Misses inside, and it's 1-0. Judge comes up empty there.
1-1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Check swing, and he went.
1-2.
Going to count 1-2. Soto off of first with 2 away. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Swing and a miss, struck him out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 8th inning coming up. The Yankees 4, Royals 3. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season.
Dairon Blanco. Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Hunter Gaddis. This is his 5th appearance of the year.
Gaddis.
And that's in for a strike.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Fought off foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Michael Garcia, the next to hit, 1 for 3. And that one misses up and in. And that's ball 1. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're at the top of the 8th. Next offering is in for a strike. Into center. And that'll get down for a hit.
Always feels amazing getting a job done
Now
when the
that's
team
the
needs you to
shortstop,
come through. It's just
Bobby
bigger
Witt
than your
Jr.
own individual stats. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Witt in the box now, takes strike 1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you've got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. And that's the 3rd out.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Now pitching for
Back
Kansas
now,
City.
new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of the
53.
8th. Carlos Estevez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well,
Leading
one-run
up
game.
for the
And here's
Yankees,
the first baseman,
the first
Bryce
baseman,
Harper.
Bryce
Both the infield and the outfield
Harper.
shifted over to the right. Swings through that one for strike 1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Swing and a miss. 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
inside.
Two straight.
It's 2-2. And that just misses.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Here comes a 3-2. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. And they add a run. It's 5-3. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. And the first offering is not close.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The 1-0. Just missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Hunter Harvey up and throwing. Stratton getting loose as well. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ripped on a line. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter.
Now up as the Yankees DH, Zach Neto. And first offering is fouled off. And that's in for a strike. And ball one. In the air, foul off first. Pasquantino puts it away for the out.
Up
and there's
next
two
for the
down.
Yankees, the catcher, Austin Wells.
Two down, base is empty. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered here in this one. And it's fouled away. And that one wrapped foul. Good job to fight that one off. Hard hit right side. In plenty of time to first. That ends the inning. Solo homer extends the Yankees lead. Last chance coming up for the Royals. All set to start the ninth in this one. And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. So they turn to their closer, Mason Miller.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball. We see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
First pitch misses.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Inside, just missed.
Running that good fastball up on the hitter's inside. If nothing else, it keeps him from diving out over the plate to get those arms extended on the pitch away.
That one finds the zone. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. And that's a little bit high. And now 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
India in the box now. No balls and a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. The Royals trailing by 2 here at the top of the ninth. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Harper makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Last chance for the Royals. Here's the Royals designated hitter, Michael Massey. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. That one in triple digits.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
Miller is just 1 strike away. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Ground ball, and this should do it. Lindor. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Yankees add another to their winning streak.
Every night they come to play, and they've racked up a really impressive win streak to this point. To win this many games in a row, you have to be at least a little lucky, but more than that, you have to execute. We're seeing that from them right now.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us for the Game of the Week.